Hello everyone and Happy New Year! Please don't mind my voice, I'm currently sick. The Animal Crossing 3.0 update is upon us. It is coming out in just 2 weeks, and I know we're all super excited for it. So I would like to share with you guys the things that I am personally doing to prepare my island for the update, because I cannot wait. Let me say, it is not necessary to prepare for the update. I personally am because I want to enjoy most of what I can of the update right away. I don't really want to be scrambling for bells or materials or anything else that I might need in order to unlock things. And plus, it's just fun. It's gonna pass the time before the update comes out. The anticipation is building, so if you're like me and you want to do at least a little bit of preparing before the update, then stay tuned because I might have some good tips for you. Number 1 on my list is money. We are going to need lots and lots of bells for this update. As we know, we are getting some new collaboration items, as well as some new amiibos. We've got the Legend of Zelda amiibos and Splatoon amiibos, which, like the Sanrio amiibos, they come with their own furniture sets, and you will be able to order these from your Nook shopping app. On top of that, we are also getting 2 new storage expansions. You guys, I'm so happy about this, but as we all know, these storage expansions are quite expensive. The current last storage upgrade costs 1.2 million bells, so I think it would be wise to save up as many bells as you can if you want to get these upgrades right away. I'm going to be so real with you guys. In order to make bells, I usually just go to treasure islands. However, on this island, I have been trying to earn my own bells, and it's going pretty okay, I would say. I don't really have one set way of making bells. Okay, so one way I like to make bells every day, well, potentially, is by running around my island until I find one of these. If you don't know, you can dig up this glowing patch of dirt and you'll get 1,000 bells. That's pretty nice, right? You can then bury some bells in this hole, and after 3 days, you'll have a money tree. These are similar to fruit trees. They take 3 days to grow, but they only produce money once. This obviously means that you can get triple the amount of what you buried, but be careful. Just because you buried 99k does not mean that you'll get what's 99k times 3? Does not mean you'll get triple that in return. You see, there's just a small chance that you'll get triple of whatever amount you buried. There's a larger chance that the tree will just produce 3 bags of 10,000 bells. From my experience, I want to say that the chances of successfully tripling the amount you put in is somewhere around 1 in 4 or 1 in 5, maybe even 1 in 6 if you're really unlucky. But my go-to method with this is to just bury 30,000 every time I see one. This way I have the chance to get 90,000 bells back, and if I don't get lucky, I'll get 3 bags of 10,000, which is the same amount that I put in. You could of course bury just 10,000 bells if you'd like to get a guaranteed 30,000 back. That is a method. But I view this as more of a passive way to make bells and also to get free trees, so maxing my profits from this is not a priority for me. A better way to make bells could be selling non-native fruit or selling crops. Early on my island, I actually kept up with a little farm. I was watering my crops every single day. I was so dedicated, and I actually made a decent bit of money every harvest. So I will probably be doing that again before the update comes out. I don't know if I can properly list this as a way that I make bells, but I dig up all of my fossils every day, and I'm currently hoarding them in my storage. I did this because I had a video idea. It sounded really good in my head. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be so funny. But anyway, fossils are a great way to make bells. If you get them all appraised by blathers before selling them, you can make a decent little bit every day. Another option for making bells could be fishing, catching bugs, catching sea creatures. If you like to time travel, you can time travel to summer, catch some sharks. That's another thing I like to do. I love sharks. And of course, you could play the stock market. I did that early on my island as well. This works better if you have a friend check their turnip prices, or you can sell your turnips on other people's islands. If you go on Nookazon, there are always people who have their turnip prices listed. There are so many ways to make bells in this game, and surely there are more lucrative methods than what I listed here. That's just how I like to make bells in the game. If you have any bell making tips, please feel free to leave a comment. Next up is collecting DIY recipes. It seems like we're gonna have to do a fair bit of crafting if we want to increase the island's brand recognition and also to earn hotel tickets. One thing that I've been wondering is if the game is going to ask us for crafted items that we don't have the recipe for yet. I would hope not, but just in case, I recommend trying to unlock as many DIY recipes as you can. There are actually quite a few different ways that you can get DIY recipes. The first one, being the most obvious, are the message bottles that you find on your beach. These message bottles will always contain either a DIY recipe or, as of the 2.0 update, a cooking recipe. Did you know there are actually 2 message bottles that spawn on your beach per day? There is always one that spawns at 5 AM and another one at 5 PM. So if you've ever wondered why there's 2 message bottles on your island, now you know why. You can also find message bottles on cabin tours, and also sometimes on mystery islands. Although this time around, I used up 5 Nook Mile tickets before I had a bottle show up. So if you don't have a lot of tickets, then this method might not be very worth it. If you have the Happy Home Paradise DLC, you can also find yet another message bottle on the beach there. And if you've unlocked the restaurant, you can actually visit the kitchen every day and talk to whoever you assigned as the chef, and they will give you 1 cooking recipe every day. Also, make sure to check in on your villagers if they're home, because there's a good chance that they'll either be crafting or cooking. And if you talk to them while they're doing this, they will give you a recipe. Another way that you can get DIY recipes every day is to invite an amiibo to your campsite. If you've ever tried to move in a villager via amiibo, you will know that they will ask you to craft an item for them as a souvenir of their stay. And if you don't have the recipe for it yet, they will give it to you. Lastly, this is probably my favorite way to get recipes, and that is by popping balloons. I found this really interesting chart today. Tell me why I had no idea golden balloons existed. In all of my almost 6 years of playing the game, I have never seen a golden balloon. I don't know whether I should be embarrassed by this or not. Anyway, I'll put a link to the post that this is from down in the description if you would like to check it out. Next up is crafting materials. It should be a no-brainer at this point that we are going to need lots of crafting materials. So leading up to the update, make sure to gather lots of stone, clay, iron, and if you're lucky, gold from your rocks every day. We all know how expensive the ironwood furniture is to craft. Be sure to gather lots of wood. I have my giant hoard of trees at the back of my island, so I think I'll be good on wood. And also things like fruit, crops, bamboo, seashells, sticks, weeds, etc. As I mentioned earlier, we are getting some new amiibos added to the game. There is a total of 4 new villagers being added. 2 of them are Legend of Zelda themed, and the other 2 are Splatoon themed. When you scan in these amiibos, you will of course be able to order their respective items from the Nook shopping app. You can trade these items, but if you don't actually have the amiibo to scan in, then sadly you will not be able to order any of the items even if you have them cataloged. Now, if you're like me and you don't have the amiibos yet and just aren't really interested in owning them, aside from for the in-game items, then you'll have to trade for them if you want them. A really popular platform for doing Animal Crossing trades on is of course Nookazon. From my experience, people usually ask for Nook Mile tickets in exchange for items like this, so I recommend saving up tickets if you're planning to trade for them. The last thing on my list is decorating. Specifically, the area around my pier and, well, where the hotel is going to be. My current island is far from being finished, but I want this part at least to be as comfortable and nice as possible for our hotel guests. So this is what I've done so far. I have just decorated the beach a little bit. I made a boardwalk here that leads you back to the main part of the island. I used these really nice custom designs that were made to match the pier. They are actually so perfect. But yeah, I've decorated my beach a little bit. I made a little juice hut here and a little sun tanning spot. I'm probably gonna add more towels and this little sandbox. And then here, of course, is the entryway to the beach. This is all sidewalk, and I'm gonna put more benches, maybe some washrooms or changing rooms. It's obviously still a work in progress. Then back here, I wanna make a street market. I find street markets quite challenging to build. I don't know how some people do it, but I'm gonna try. We'll see how that goes. If you made it this far in the video, I just want to say I hope you have the best day ever, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments what you're doing to prepare for the update, or if you're not, what are you looking forward to the most? If you enjoyed the video, it would mean a lot if you could leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!